Hey everybody, it's Mike, KO4PDI. How you doing today? What I'm going to take you through today is a look at the installation in my car of my 891 and my FTM-300, my Yaesu FTM-300. I hope you like it. It's just a quick overview, shows you exactly where I placed everything. A couple of little tricks I got when I ran the wires for the antenna and the power into the back of the car. So if you want to watch this, feel free, enjoy it. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments or send me a note. Email me at ko4pdi@1791.com and I will get back to you. All right, this is Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India. Enjoy the video. Hello everybody, this is Mike, KO4PDI. I'm standing in front of my 2020 Ford Edge. I've had a lot of people ask me, what did I do? How did I put my radios in my Ford? I'll show you exactly what I did. We have an ATOS antenna right here, and we have a 2 meter, 70 centimeter antenna on the other side. That radio went in first. It wasn't until later on I got the Yaesu 891, and I put that in here. And I'm wearing my sunglasses because it's pretty bright out here, and the sun's shining right in my face. So forgive me. Beautiful Florida. That's beautiful weather down here, so I wish you were here enjoying this. Beautiful puffy clouds in the sky. It's going to be a great day today. First, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open the hood and show you how I wired everything, the power to the two radios. Here we go. Let's take a look at the install. Okay, first of all, notice when I open the hood, the antennas do not interfere with the car. They don't touch it. I have the mounts mounted in a certain position. I can open the hood with no problem. We wired directly to the battery. And I'll tell you, I had an issue with this early on, in that I was using 14 gauge wire, and what would happen is if I keyed one mic on one radio, the other radio would cut out. The power it would lose power is what would happen. The reason that was, it wasn't enough amperage getting through the wire on the 14 gauge. So I replaced that. If you look down here, this is 10 gauge wire. 10 gauge wire comes up here, goes into this tube right here that I got at Harbor Freight. You can see this, and it runs across the front of the car, around to here. We have some white rhino tape on it right here. Let's see if you can see that right here. It comes across, it goes under this little panel right here, and this piece pops out. And the lucky thing is, inside the door jamb, you really can't see it. You're not gonna be able to see it well, but back here, let's see if I can get this in the shot. Here is that red and black wire right here, okay? And it travels down, and there is a grommet right there. And it goes in and into the cabin, and then down through this channel, which I had to remove all this, which isn't hard to do, and into the back. And that's where I got the power to the radios. Now the antennas, these are Comet 400 mounts. Both of them have the same mount. The antenna wire follows the same track down and through here for this one. The other one goes on the other side of the car. Here it is right here. It travels down in here, through here, and then the same route through this part of the car. This little plastic piece pops out, and inside the car, it travels into here through the same grommet the other one did. Here it is right here. You can see it right in here, into there, and then under this. Now, the 891 is mounted all the way in the back. The 891 is under the rear deck. Not only under the rear deck, it's under the rear deck and where the normal spare tire would be. There's no spare tire. Where's the radio? It's not in there. Is it? Actually, it's right under here. If this piece pulls right out, there's the 891 right under there. And there's the wiring. There's some excess wiring. Not worried about that. I put in an Anderson power pole bridge, so the FTM-300 in the front powers off of that same tap right there. So both of the radios are powered on the same 10 gauge wire that comes from the battery. You can see it right there going into that block. All right, so here it looks like a mess. It's really not a mess. I'm actually going to go around the side of the car. Be a little bit easier to see if I come in through the side back door. That wire, the 10 gauge, is under here. This wire here that keeps slipping out, that's the power going to the FTM-400 that's underneath the passenger seat. This is the 891 right here. Now, something else I did with the 891, there's a digipeater on it. That's what this wire is right here. And I ran an extension, here's the digipeater, right here. Right? And this wire goes all the way up to the front by the microphones, gives me the ability to hook up a laptop. And when I hook up the laptop, I will be able to do FT8 from that laptop. This gets pretty warm back here. Over here, this gets pretty hot. The good news is I don't run it when the car is running that often, so it doesn't have a time to get that hot. When I'm doing FT8, it gets a little warm. But here's the antenna wire over here. This wire goes all the way around to the front of the car, to that antenna you saw over there. So that's a little bit of how I put it in. Now, where is the FTM-300? That is under the passenger seat, right there. There's the back of it, under the passenger seat. Now, here are all the wires coming out from the back of the car. They come over to the Lido mount, which is hooked up to the seat pin right there. That was a bitch to get off. The only part that I can't replace is the plastic piece that covered this. But that's all right, we don't need that, I'm keeping the car. Here's all your wires coming up. These are both your speaker outputs and your Digilink. This is the wire for the digipeater right here. You got the USB cable. I can plug that right into my computer and run FT8 on a computer. On my in-car Yaesu 891. Now this mount here is made by Lido mounts, but these aluminum brackets that you see here, this is all homemade. And notice the hook and loop plastic connectors, that's what holds the speakers on. Right there, you can see that. That's holding the speakers on. So that just goes there. Now, the way I mounted this, because the screws that come with the heads are not long enough to get through both this aluminum and into the back of the head. So I went to the hardware store and I got longer screws right here, and they now mount this aluminum bracket that's just held together with pop rivets up here. Just pop rivet there, pop rivet there. That gives me the mount for the speakers. And these pieces here have these longer screws on them that go into the back of the heads. And you can see the way I have it mounted, you have the FTM-300 on the right and the 891 on the left, which is, I could turn it on right now so you get a look at it. Turn both of them on.
Some things done, and this morning I'm kind of relaxing a little bit.
That's Tom, does the activity net on 17 meters. We're listening to him right now.
All right, Wayne, my call is Kilo 5 Victor Whiskey Zulu. Kilowatt 5 Victoria Whiskey Zulu.
I'll turn the volume down on that. Over here we have the AVFO is on my home node, which is 1455625. And the BVFO, if I hit the B, this is on the St. Augustine repeater. And I ran the extension for both radios for the microphones up to the dash. So here are those two long wires that come out here, and here's where the microphones are plugged in. On the dashboard itself, I use these Lido mount sticky connectors, and this just a button connector on the back. That's my FTM-300, and this is my Yaesu 891 microphone. So you can see them there. They just hang on the hook right there. What's nice about I originally had them up on top of the dash there, but if you ever lived in Florida, you know how hot it gets up there, and those things would not stick. But here, they've been there for a couple of years now, not doing any problem. Here's my 891, and here's my FTM-300. So there you have a quick look at my mobile setup. Now you know when I'm running Parks on the Air mobile, this is what I'm doing it in. And I hope you like that. I hope that helps you out, gives you some ideas. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll get back to you ASAP. Thank you for watching. KO4 PDI, I'll say 73. Be good.